Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I is, the good doc, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another interesting video for you guys today. You know what to do. Subscribe, notify. Everything you need to know about me listed in the links in the description area below. I want to talk to you guys about All Saints, All Souls Day here in the Philippines. All Saints, All Souls is a very, very unique holiday. It's a very, very interesting holiday that is celebrated here in the Philippines. And if you really want to know how it is from a foreigner experiencing it, allow me to explain. I'm sure many of you, probably more so if you have kids, have come across the movie Coco. You know, Coco was the film wherein they talked about the Day of the Dead. And people went to the cemeteries and they spent time with family members in remembrance of, those that have passed away or moved on to the afterlife. It was an animated movie, so you got to see what life was like on the other side and things like that. Very interesting movie. Disney movie, of course. I found it intriguing, but that's neither here nor there. But that to me is the best example of what All Saints All Souls Day, I want to say more specifically All Saints Day. Don't quote me on that one, but All Saints and All Souls falls November 1 and November 2 in the Philippines. Okay. Now this is an interesting holiday. Okay. Because let me tell you how they celebrate it in my area, or what it's like when I see it through my own eyes. Okay. Imagine thousands and thousands of Filipino people traveling to go to the cemetery to visit their lost loved ones. They stay at the cemetery all night long. They sleep overnight at the cemetery, wake up the next morning, go on about their business. Not to mention, in between those hours of getting there and leaving, there's karaoke, singing, all day and all night, drinking, all day and all night, and generally celebrating the lives of those that have lost, basically, the lives of their loved ones that have passed on. It's what you see on a daily basis. People sleeping overnight in the cemetery. Now, this holiday comes before the celebration of Christmas. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving. This is kind of how they celebrate Halloween to an extent, if you ask me. But there's no other holidays that fall between. Everybody knows when the bird months hit, that's when you start talking about Christmas trees and the whole nine. But this is one of very few holidays that come between September and December 25th, when Christmas is celebrated. And I used to ask my young lady all the time, why do people go to the cemeteries to sleep overnight in the cemetery? Wouldn't you be freaked out? And she was like, well, it's culture and it's part of tradition. And now that I think about it, watching Coco, thinking about Spanish colonization and all of that stuff, I kind of feel like that's probably where it came from in hindsight. But, back to what I was saying, why would you spend all your time in the cemetery? They want to spend time with their loved ones. It's like something that they do once a year, annually. Maybe on that family member's birthday or whatever it may be, they might show up, but that's normally what they do on this day. And I kind of feel like, when we had this live stream and we were talking about it briefly, there was mentioning of how, the alcohol gets people a little loose, and, anything and everything could potentially and possibly happen. Now, I'm not gonna, throw and cast my line out way out there to believe that is 100% true, but I'd be damned if it's far fetched. You understand? Because anything can happen in the Philippines. So, as the Filipino people celebrate their holiday, I allow them to do as they do. It's a day off for most people. A lot of things are closed to give and allow people to spend time at the cemetery. So it is a national holiday. It is something that is celebrated throughout the country, not just in specific areas, but all over the country. And people take it damn seriously, man. They take it very, very seriously. People travel home to their provinces to celebrate this particular holiday. I'm talking about they could be 15 hours out from the city to wherever their province is. They'll get on that bus, ride it, chuck full of people, because a lot of people go home during this time of the year. They don't care. They'll stay gone for like maybe 1 or 2 days. Then they're back at it. Then they come back. So As I look at the way we celebrate holidays in the United States, we got our 4th of July, our Independence Day. They have theirs. I think it's June 12th, if I can remember correctly. They have their Philippine Independence Day. And I think about all of the holidays we celebrate in reference to the holidays that they celebrate in the Philippines, and I think about the comparing and contrasting and how this one is one that I've never experienced until I got into the Philippines. I enjoy it. I enjoy watching other people celebrate it. You'll never see me in a cemetery. I just don't roll like that. Something about sleeping overnight in the cemetery. I don't care how many people are around. Just not my steez, man. Yeah, if I have family members or people who have passed away, I'll visit you, say what's up, chuck the deuces, and keep it moving. I don't think that I would ever sleep overnight in a cemetery. But again, it has everything to do with understanding and knowing the culture. And if you really want to know what Filipino culture entails, this is part of it. This is part of it. The Day of the Dead, aka All Saints, All Souls Day. That's November 1 and 2. So, for all of my people out there celebrating, I send my regards to you and to your loved one lost. And I hope that you guys celebrate in contrast with one another and enjoy. That's all I can say. All right, guys. Just wanted to give you that quick explanation. I thought it would be intriguing to, bring that up because it's something new. And as foreigners, it's something that is not common in the United States or probably in most Western cultures or in Western parts of the world, of course. So, just my quick 2 cents. If you guys know a little bit more about the history, you want to add it to the comment section below, please feel free. With that being said, Good Doc is officially out. At least not go pa alam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.